Welcome to the Freewoman podcast, a space for all women who are ready to break free of the inauthentic life. Remember to like and subscribe for more Free Woman in your feed.
Inhale, exhale. You've arrived. Now let's laugh. Hello, welcome to our podcast.
Welcome, Free Woman. So good to see you. Energetically.
To have you amongst us listening to our voices. Thank you for hitting play.
Yeah, it's really better when someone is listening.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd probably do it anyway because we just love talking.
Yeah.
But it's so nice to have you here.
We have no problem talking at all.
It's true. It seems to be one of our strengths.
It's one of the things I love about us. We can stay up for hours talking and then look at the time and we're like, oh, I need to go to bed.
It's been an interesting week because we're getting close to the holidays. And so there's been kind of like the normal chaos of having kids combined with the holiday chaos of getting ready.
Well, and the weather shifted too. We had a lot of snowstorms last week and it got colder.
That's true.
And I had to drive in that a lot and it was not fun.
It was not. And I am not one of those people who likes to buy Christmas presents way ahead of time. It's funny because I've talked to a few people who are like, oh yeah, I'm all done shopping. And I'm just like, I just don't work that way. I don't know. Maybe it's an overthinking thing on my part, but I feel like if I buy presents too ahead of time, they end up not being a good fit for the person.
Yeah, sometimes I've done that before. I've actually like bought gifts early, like for my kids, and then it gets close to the holidays and I find out or realize that they actually want something completely different.
Yeah.
And then, or sometimes I end up getting so much because I started shopping early and then I'm like, oh, maybe just one more thing. And then they have way
And then
too
it's
many
way
gifts.
too many gifts. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like I can't flow properly if I do it too far ahead of time. But
Well, I don't want to be thinking about Christmas in August
that's the
or
other
September,
thing, too.
October. I just don't. I don't.
like, let me enjoy Halloween.
I want the fall.
Let me enjoy each season in its own right. Like,
Yeah.
why do we have to be thinking 6 months ahead of time? What has our world come to?
I know.
That we have to plan that far out for all of these little details and parties and gifts and just, it just feels like a lot.
Just revolves around Christmas.
Does it revolve around Christmas or does it revolve around commercialism?
Commercialism. Well, Christmas has become that. So, it's just become that.
It does. It
Shopping,
feels
spending money.
just like it's all about the gifts and and it's kind of like fed on itself where it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. 100 years ago, people were like, I knitted you a dish towel.
I have an orange.
Yeah.
Having an orange in the
I
winter
made
was a
you
pretty big
socks. Yeah. And now it's just like, I bought you a cow. A cow. I mean, a cow would be nice.
I mean, it depends on where you live. Maybe you're becoming a homesteader.
Have you seen meat prices lately? Like, I would take a half a cow.
I mean, that sounds like a really nice gift. I'd be like, oh, wow, thank you. Did you give me a freezer too? Because I'm going to need a freezer for all that meat.
Yeah, I don't have a place to keep it, so it's gonna have to be
maybe a shed outside,
not a
backyard.
live version of a cow. Bessie's not gonna do too well. She gets gifted to us.
No, she's not. Like, oh, thanks for the meat.
But yeah, it's like cars and elaborate vacations and $10,000 jewelry, and it's like people go into debt, and then they end up having to spend the next 6 months of the next year paying off Christmas, and then it's just in time to start planning for Christmas again.
Well, this is why I've become a little bitter. Actually, I just noticed I'm wearing green, which is, we've been joking about how I'm the Grinch. My heart is like got some blackness and bitterness around Christmas, but I'm working through that and figuring it out. But a lot of it has to do with the commercialism and just how pushed we feel with the holidays. Like Christmas starts in August sometimes, and I mean, maybe not stores, but I have worked at a retail store once where they started putting Christmas out, I think in like September, but there was such a huge uproar from the people coming in and shopping, so they were not allowed to do that again. But still, I'm just like,
I mean, I've seen that happen.
Yeah,
I feel like
can
they
we-
do that still.
Yeah, they do. Well, they've like slowly been doing it through the years, like pushing it. What are their limits? Letting people get used to it. Now, yeah. Christmas year round. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And it almost detracts from enjoying the holiday when it starts too early and it's too much
Yeah.
and then you're paying, like I said, the debt off for the next 6 months. It takes away from really being able to just enjoy it. It's like too much of a good thing, right?
Yeah, it kind of takes away from the magic. What I love about this time of year, I do like when it starts to snow, because at nighttime it feels really bright. Still, it's really beautiful. It doesn't feel like it's dark outside. I really like the short days. I feel like I get some good sleep most of the time if I don't have animals or children interrupting me in the middle of the night.
Okay, but none of those things are Christmas things. Those are just winter things.
Well, I'm just talking
So you
about
like
this.
winter.
I like winter. I do. Well, maybe the winter is what helps me start to feel more festive when Christmas comes. I like the combo.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting to think about because there's this idea of the true meaning of Christmas and the actual like roots of Christmas and keeping Christ in Christmas. But Christmas is actually just this mix mash.
It is. Yeah.
Mismash. Bleh.
Yeah, bleh.
It's this
Mash.
combination. It's this like blend of so many different things from, Germanic paganism and early Irish traditions and Northern European traditions.
Yes,
and then there's a lot of Americana in it and a lot of like that 1950s American culture that came into it as well.
Yeah, I was listening to something about, and I'm not going to get this all correct because it was like background noise as I was listening to it, but it was about the Great Depression and how we have a lot of our holiday traditions now because of the era of the Great Depression, and they were trying to bring in like festivities.
They're like, people
and
need
joy.
something to keep them going.
Yeah, people needed something. A lot of the songs that we listen to now came out of that time point.
Well, even so many of our classic Christmas songs came out of the 50s.
It did.
And the 40s too. And so it's funny to say like traditional Christmas or the true meaning of Christmas when it's like, actually, this is just stuff our grandparents decided they liked. And so we're still doing it.
Yeah.
But it's changing and it's evolving because that's what happens with holidays. That's what happens
does.
with traditions. Elf on the Shelf, that's been around, 15 years?
I think so.
But it's kind of a standard one now.
It is.
And it makes me wonder what will change and happen in the next 20 years. And people will be talking about the true meaning of Christmas then too.
Yeah, probably.
The meaning is whatever we bring to it, guys.
I hope that maybe in the future we have less consumerism.
Yeah, well, that might happen just because of poverty.
Yeah. We might
go back to knitting socks for each other.
Getting an orange is a real treat.
Yeah, the chocolate covered orange. Well, maybe chocolate's asking for too much.
We're too much. We're just talking like a real orange that was shipped somewhere if you live in the northern
Honestly,
places, it comes from the
sometimes
south.
even now that's a treat because the oranges at the grocery store are dried out sad things. I'm like, gosh, could I just have one that's actually juicy?
Just right from the tree.
You open it up and it just like explodes joy.
It's like the sun. That's what I think when I'm having an orange this time of year. It's like bringing in sunshine.
Well, I think that was the traditional meaning.
Yeah, so how
of
far
it,
back?
Which is why oranges are associated with Christmas time.
Well,
You cut them in half and they look like the sun.
Yeah, well, and I think oranges too, I think why they became such a big deal in the winter, especially in the northern areas where it was really cold, is because of some of the illnesses and the sicknesses. So if you got an orange, it really helped you.
Yeah, that vitamin C
So
was
anyway,
needed.
So now it's like kind of became a symbol of Christmas time too. And
Yeah, I mean, like if you could afford to get one, it was a pretty big treat.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also, the holidays is also an interesting time for, sorting through family trauma.
Yeah, how's that been going for you?
We have good traditions and, traditions we might not like so much that have been handed down to us and passed down to us.
Well, I'm not doing anything with my family, so this year,
Well, I know that part of why you didn't like Christmas was because of family trauma.
yes.
And that's a common thing.
Well, I have to say, when I was a kid, Christmas was amazing because growing up, we never got gifts except for Christmas and for my birthday. So Christmas was like, wow, like all these gifts. Most of the time, everybody was in a pretty good mood. It just depended on the year.
For the most part.
For the most part. I think what's really shifted for me is being an adult with kids and trying to keep up with all of the traditions and the gift giving.
Rapidly escalating expectations.
Yes.
You didn't buy your son a car this year for Christmas or take them to Disneyland.
Well, more like the trips.
Or,
Yeah, and then like having to share time with their father, and just he does do the big trips, and he says he's not going to get him gifts too, but then he ends up getting them gifts, and so it just feels really overwhelming to me. And if I don't know, there's just something to me with all of it.
Well,
that I've
it
lost the
really
magic.
kind of feeds your ex's. He is so financially abusive, and he really likes to use the money in that flashy kind of way to make him look good. And so Christmas is like his perfect holiday to feed all of his issues.
It is. And then he's always trying to switch the calendar around to the point where I'm like, I don't even know. When am I supposed to have the kids? And when I try to stand my ground, it becomes this not really an argument, but more of an attack from him. So yes, I guess there's just other parts that I have to do now at Christmas time. I don't
though, even if the toxic family member isn't your ex-husband, a lot of times people face struggles with fighting between the in-laws for who you're going to spend which holidays with, for who gets which time, or just like difficult family members. They all just climb out of the woodwork to lay their claim on this special time of year.
They do, yeah. It has been kind of nice. I guess I'm not doing stuff with my family now. So
our advice, if you have that problem, is just don't talk to anyone.
Yeah, did you know you don't have to go?
Just block people. Don't talk to them. It's fine. This is like healthy advice, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's what it's come to for us. We're just done.
So I think there's something for taking a break and giving yourself that space and seeing how you feel. And you might realize some things. But I think that there's also something to be said for if you have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried to communicate with someone and they are just not listening, they don't want to hear you, they don't care, then what are your options really? I mean, you can choose to engage with them knowing it's going to be that way, or you can block them.
Yeah, when I blocked
those are your options.
Yeah, when I blocked my family, even though it was really difficult, I actually had just this immense amount of peace come in. So that felt like a good sign that I was doing the right thing. And I really honestly haven't missed them for the holidays. It's been really nice not having to feel like I have to do all these things.
It's just this feeling of relief. You even were singing a Christmas song the other day.
I know.
I don't know if we should tell people if it's a secret or not.
Shh, don't tell people that I was singing. Don't tell people I was acting happy.
Not a Christmas song.
All right, I was.
Yeah, I was in my son's nursery and I hear and a partridge in a pear tree in the hallway, and I was like, cat.
I was starting to feel jolly last week.
It's a Christmas miracle. We should do a Hallmark movie about your Grinch heart.
We should. Well, yeah. I actually really resonate with the Grinch movie, so...
It is very understandable. I'm like, I don't understand why this is the bad guy. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah. I really like the story. I like the movie. It's like, I really get him.
Well, it just goes to show that even back in olden days of our grandparents' time, when the Grinch was written, it was a thing. Like, the commercialism was becoming a problem. The focusing on what you're going to get, on the gifts, on this and that, and the superficial things.
Yeah, and all the Is it the Who's, right? All the Who's are throwing away all the gifts, and they end up at the Grinch's house.
Well, that's kind of like the modern retelling, but yeah.
And I'm just like, wow, this is exactly how I I feel. I'm really relating to this movie. So.
Yeah. In the book, he was noticing just how it's so superficial and just there's so much focus on this and that and the food and the what you're gonna get and the who's its and what's its.
Yeah.
But then, you take all the gifts away, it turns out they still had some magic.
They still had magic. Well, that's what I've been trying to find.
And it melted the Grinch's heart.
The heart starts to beat again.
Ba-dum.
Who knows? They might just start singing the 12 Days of Christmas.
Yeah. And I know for me, I think for me, it's the overwhelm. We've talked about this too. I know this bothers you as well. Just like, it's not just the gifts. It's the expectations of you need to make the homemade goodies and you need to do the Christmas cards and you need to decorate your house like it's something out of a magazine and you need to put up the lights and you need to
just all the things.
Do this and that and this and that and this and that. And the majority of it falls to you as the mother.
It does.
If you're like the quote homemaker, Christmas is the most stressful time of year.
Well, you're already doing all your other stuff and then all the holiday stuff.
Yeah, you still have to do all like the normal housework and cooking and cleaning.
And it's really overwhelming.
Running kids around. And then, kids also have Christmas concerts and they have
there's
to go shopping themselves.
Yeah, there's so many white elephant gifts too for my kids. I'm like, what are all these like gifts for? All these like different programs.
And with how out of hand like the gift giving has gotten, you're expected to give thoughtful gifts to everyone from your mailman to your great Aunt Tilda. And it's just feels overwhelming. Like, I really do enjoy getting people gifts, but I like when it flows, when I'm just out and about and I see something and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. Yeah. And you're excited to give it to them versus like, I have to get you something. So I don't know. This is all I could find at Walmart.
I know. Well, I was having a little bit of a struggle with that this year, especially with some of my Grinch heart and just feeling frustrated that, I'm on a pretty tight budget this Christmas. And I was like, man, I really just can't buy everybody something. And so I was kind of feeling mopey about it. And then I was like, why don't we just, because we keep talking about this, why don't we just make something? And then something came to mind and I'm going to make it into something kind of fun and festive. It's going to be like a little potpourri simmer pot little thing. And I was starting to feel excited. I was like, oh, I can give this to people that I care about. And I'm going to make it and I'm going to make a little chant, a little prayer with it as you make it. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm starting to feel a little festive. Maybe I'm feeling a little excited. But that's how I want to feel when I want to give gifts to people. I want to feel excited about it. Like, not that I just found something cheesy and inexpensive at a store and they'll probably dump it in Grinch's trash can and not ever use it.
Yeah. And then it just contributes to all of the waste and
all the waste,
debt that's piling up everywhere for everyone.
Yeah.
I know one of the times I feel the most Grinchy is I do a Christmas card exchange with my family, and I have a lot of very Christian and also very LDS Mormon family members, and they use my little Christmas card exchange as an opening to send me letters about how much they believe in Jesus and how much better their life is.
Bearing their testimony.
Yeah, just bearing their testimony. Well, I don't know if that's a Mormon term, but yes.
It is. It is a Mormon term, but I think it's...
Well, some of my relatives are born agains and stuff like that, too.
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
okay.
They're not just Mormon, unfortunately, it's all just... Anyway, and so that is frustrating to me because I'm like, well, I don't feel comfortable sending out letters to my loved ones being like, my life is so much better since I left the Mormon church.
Yeah.
Look, and then it's so fake too. The Christmas letters are just full of like, here's all of our accomplishments and successes for the year. And I'm like, well, what's the point of this? It's supposed to be like a heartfelt letter, like an update on your family, whether it's you're getting divorced and someone died or you got the job promotion. But it just feels like they only share the highlight reel, right? Like the bragging,
It
the humble bragging.
Yeah, it reminds me of like social media.
Yeah, it's the social media. It's the humble bragging and it's the perfect pictures. And I just get them and I just feel this like Grinchiness come out of me and I might throw them in the trash. Which is a very Grinchy thing to do if someone sent you a Christmas card.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, that's okay. Like, I'm glad to know that there's something that makes you feel this way and I'm not alone.
Yeah, so aside from all the stress, which is a lot, the Christmas cards, oh my gosh. And some of them are just so pretentious.
Well, the thing I noticed when you've been getting all your cards in the mail, and I was thinking about this yesterday, and I was like, well, we're probably not getting any cards from anybody.
I mean, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
The year before, I think maybe I got one. But yeah, I am not even getting any cards anymore.
I can give you a card.
I would love that.
I'll mail it to bedroom number 1 downstairs.
Oh, thank you. I actually, one of your cards is one of the few I used to get, and I always loved getting it in the mail. Because actually, cards are my favorite gift. I've always
that's why I like doing them, because it feels still thoughtful.
Yeah.
And I write the letter, and that's a handmade thing.
Yeah.
And the pictures, and it's not super cheap. I think I spend like $3 to $5 a card.
Yeah.
And so it does feel like a gift that I'm sending to people. I think because of the expense, though, and because of social media, people don't send cards very often. That's why I was like, well, we're cutting these people out of the Christmas card list, and so we might not be getting very many cards anymore.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people sending them.
I know that has changed a lot too. It's crazy cards I can't believe how much cards cost.
Well, it's not just the cards. I also do like a printed letter on nice paper, and then I have to buy a stamp, and it's just all together it adds up. But I don't know. It's like a thing that I think is sweet and thoughtful, and a way to still feel like we're humans connecting with each other than just like robots.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was going through my addresses this year. I was like, let's really clean it out, clean it up.
House.
And I was like, well, we just don't have a lot of people anymore because I'm tired of the shallow, superficial connections. And, the list might even get smaller next year because there were a few that I was really on the fence about. And I was like, well, we'll just give it another year and see.
I guess it'll just be a little less work next year if there's going to be a smaller list.
That's true. I think the first year I did it, I had like 75.
Oh, wow.
And then I had 60. And now I'm down to like 40.
Okay, so maybe next year 30?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I give them to neighbors and I give them to work people. And so there's a list. But I am really, really tired of the fakeness.
I am too.
I'm like, the whole point of doing this is so we can connect with each other. So we can actually, at this time of year that's so busy and hectic, and just in our lives that the years fly by, right? That you don't completely just like lose track of someone.
I know, I just can't. Well, I was even just saying this earlier to you, like last week flew by, but it was kind of a stressful week too. And last night, I was just wiped out and exhausted. I went to bed at like 9 because of it, but I'm just like, man, this time of year is supposed to be quiet. It used to be like kind of the idea of going within yourself, some stillness, it feels that way when you go outside. And I like that feeling, but I don't like how the holidays changes that. It's a very rushed, busy, we got to get all these things done feeling. And it's exhausting. Yeah,
we also are changing, like I said, with this idea of traditions and traditional holidays. It feels like our society is changing. We've already moved farther away from, which is very upsetting to some people, but from Christ and Christmas. But we do the tree and most people don't even know why. But
yeah,
there's also this movement in our culture to connect more with nature, to get more back to our roots. as human beings. And so I am really curious to see what happens with Christmas, with holidays, where we're becoming less religious as a society, but people are still looking for something. I think they're looking for connection.
I was going to say they're looking for connection, and they are looking for a spirituality. I think they're trying to find, like you said, like a root, something different.
Isn't spirituality just connection?
I think so.
It's connecting.
Yeah.
It's connecting with being alive. It's connecting with purpose. It's
connecting to yourself, your inner self.
To people, to be able to connect with other people, with the world, the natural world, just all of it, to just feel something.
Yeah. So if we had a holiday like that, I would love it, where we would just tapped back into that connection instead of the chaos of the commercialism. I think for me, it would help to bring back the magic.
Well, I think a lot of people have been complaining about the disconnect. So it's funny how social media and the internet have connected us the worldwide, but in a weird way also disconnected us.
It has.
Where we don't go out as much, where we don't see each other as much, where we're sharing things, but it's the superficial things. Like I was just complaining with the Christmas card.
Well, I think
ordeal.
I think I struggle wanting to go out and be around people because I'm just so tired of toxic people. I just feel like everybody is so toxic and just not okay. And I'd rather just stay home around the people I'm comfortable with because it feels peaceful.
Yeah, but a lot of people live alone or they don't really even have safe people in their home.
It's true. Well, yeah.
But maybe for those people, the internet is a really valuable tool. It is hard to go out and just connect. We don't have community the way they used to in olden days, as in our grandparents' times, where everyone belonged to clubs and community organizations and churches. And, you know, they had their like activities centered around that.
Yeah, my grandparents used to, they had like a whole square dancing group.
Oh, yeah.
They loved dancing. They went everywhere to go dance. And there's nothing like that now. I was like, I would go square dance.
Well, I know we've struggled with this because we try to get things started in our community at different points. And I know other people have struggled with this too. People don't show up. They don't leave their houses, like you were just saying. They don't go out to connect anymore. And I'm on the shelf with like, I think there are pros and cons, like you said. I'm like, I don't know.
Well, there is a part of me that wants to go out and connect, but maybe it's just because of all the stuff I've been through the last couple of years. I have a really hard time trusting anybody right now. And anybody I'm around, I'm like, are you safe? What are your red flags? And then it ends up becoming kind of an exhausting experience for me because I'm slightly overwhelmed and uncomfortable, where I'm like, well, I'll
so
just
maybe
stay home.
as a society we're going on this like awakening journey that you've just been on the past few years, where you know, in our grandparents' generation, people were a lot more able to do the superficial thing. They weren't really introspecting at that super deep level. But our generation is doing a lot more of that introspecting, and so we're almost going into hermit mode.
It feels that way.
There's definitely some toxicity around that too that can happen. But it's like we're not satisfied with the superficial, shallow relationships anymore.
Yeah, I want real people.
That.
Let's have a real conversation. Like maybe show a little bit of yourself to me when we talk.
But the problem is, in order to have connection, when you're not satisfied with superficial anymore, is it takes work and it takes time.
It does.
And it's like a whole journey in itself to go on that connection experience with someone else and have it be deep and meaningful. I mean,
yeah, I guess it requires me to go out there and work at it a little bit and start meeting people.
And that just sounds exhausting.
Thank you. Okay. That's what I was trying to say. It is. It's exhausting.
I was just comparing. I'm like, why has this shifted for our generation? And I think it's because we are introspecting more and doing more of that like internal work.
Definitely. I mean, look at all the words that we use now that we didn't use in our generation or when we were younger.
Oh, yeah. Just even in the last 20 years, how much things have shifted.
Well, because
with that self-awareness, mental health.
Well, look at us. We're worn out. We're stressed out. We're exhausted.
There's that too.
Yeah.
People are overworked.
Yeah.
And who has time to go and do fun things? like square dancing clubs, when you've just worked a 70-hour work week.
Yeah, it's
and
exhausting.
You're still not making ends meet. And so, yeah, that also, I think, is a huge contributor. Our grandparents, the cost of living was so much better.
Yes.
They had time for a 40-hour work week and not feeling overwhelmed and doing overtime and to be able to travel.
To sit around. Like my grandparents had groups of people that they'd play pinochle with, and they'd play for hours.
Yeah, who's got time for that
Who has the energy for that?
Even when you're not at work, you're at home trying to come up with like, how can you earn money on your computer or through remote work or selling stuff on eBay
you can afford Christmas
on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. And so that's a huge part of it as well, I think.
See, so this is why my heart is black and dark during Christmas. These are all the things that really bother me and get me like, Well,
it's almost like we're still trying to pretend like they did in the 1950s, but so much has changed.
It has.
And we just don't have that same lifestyle anymore, and the holiday needs to change as well.
It does need to change. We need to shift things. That's why I am, not doing stuff with my family more, and I am making my gifts for Christmas for everybody.
The Grinch needs to come in, and he needs to fix this stuff.
He does. Sorry if I just burst everybody's Christmas bubble.
Maybe we just Grinched up this episode too much.
I know, sorry.
Wah, wah.
Okay, let's talk about some
Christmas
good stuff.
is dead. You're welcome. Enjoy your season.
I know, if you were getting on here to this is going to be a fun Christmas episode. And then we're just on here dumping about our disappointments and drama of Christmas.
Oh, by the way, Santa's not real either.
Yeah, sorry if we broke that one for you.
I do think it's really interesting looking into the actual history of Christmas and to what the different things actually mean, like the Christmas tree and why evergreens were celebrated in Northern Europe during the coldest time of year. I mean, it's not rocket science, guys. Yeah. It's obvious.
And how they would bring all the greenery in.
Well, and red, green, and
white,
gold,
Yeah.
red, green, and gold were considered fertility colors. Gold is obviously like wealth, right? Yeah. But red is blood. It's lifeblood, life-giving. And green is earth. It's when something's alive and it's not dead, right? So abundance, fertility. And so learning these different true meanings, ironically, has helped me enjoy parts of Christmas more.
Same. It's really helped me just going back pre-Christian and seeing how old a lot of these traditions are. And
there we go. We're being a little more positive now, right?
Oh,
a little more upbeat, guys.
Yay! Yeah, and I actually have a couple books too, and I've tried to follow a few of their chants or the spells of this time of year, and going within the introspection that this time of year is supposed to be about. Yeah. What are you ready to really let go of and plant the seeds for the new year?
And Christmas is right next to the winter solstice. It's not the only holiday that influenced Christmas. Like I said, it's a mishmash. Yeah. But obviously was influenced by the fact that the pagans of Europe celebrated winter solstice. And let's face it, if you're in the northern hemisphere, winter solstice is a big deal.
It is a big deal. I mean, the days are just so short. And then when I realized the solstice is a celebration that the sun is going to come back, it changed things for me. I'm like, I want to celebrate these things that are connected to the earth.
Well, why do you think it's about lights? Because we're in darkness. The Yule log and lighting it, the tree with the lights.
Yeah.
The sun, the reindeer antlers used to carry the sun in Nordic tradition. They said that the reindeer carried the sun in their antlers back to be reborn for the new year.
Yeah, I can't remember
at solstice time.
All the stuff with the reindeers. where it came back. But I do remember reading it and feeling pretty excited. I'm like, man, this is old.
It's kind of interesting too because it's a female reindeer that has the antlers, and a lot of us don't know that because we don't have reindeer here in the U.S. Almost like we borrowed these traditions from other cultures where it held significance to the peoples. Yeah, even the mythology of Santa. Yeah, is a blend of a few different things. But once again, he's wearing red, colors of fertility.
Yeah,
it's also possibly associated with the red and white mushroom.
Yes, I remember reading that. Yeah. But this is like not fresh on my mind. It's been like a year since I read all this stuff. But as you're talking, I'm like, oh yeah,
it's coming back.
And I'm like, yeah, okay, I like it.
Yeah, it's fun.
These are the things I like.
I think the problem is with all of our spirituality in modern day America is that we have the symbols without the meaning. Yeah. We have these stories without their roots, without they were created for people in a time when it held meaning. Even frankincense and myrrh held specific symbolic meanings to people, and when they heard those herbs, they knew what it meant. For us, we're just like, it doesn't mean anything to us.
Thank you. That's what it is. There's no meaning. The only thing that matters this time of year is spending money.
Well, we have the tree, but how many people actually know what it means? You know, we decorate it, but do we know why we decorate it?
Or the true origin of Santa and the reindeer. Did you know the reindeer are actually female? No. But there is also a story about the reindeer flying, too. I know you told me it a while ago. That one I don't remember, so maybe just ignore. I just said
I don't know if there's necessarily a story, but in the Sami people, the shaman was said to eat the red and white mushroom and fly through the sky on the back of the reindeer. The reindeer was one of their gods, the female reindeer with the antlers, and that they would go and they would capture, bring the sun back to be reborn.
That's the story. Okay. Yes.
On, solstice night.
You are so good at retaining stories. I am not.
Well,
but
okay.
you are. You just remember them, and I'm like, tell me again, please. Put me to bed tonight and tell me a story.
Yeah, but there's also, stories about a man named Saint Nicholas, and he cared about children and gave them gifts, and there's a lot of different influences into American Christmas. But just like with our Easter celebration, right? We have symbols without meaning. Everybody does the Easter bunny, but nobody knows
why.
Why, right? What's with the Easter eggs? Why does a bunny bring eggs?
Yeah, and why do we decorate them? And
why does Santa put things in stockings? We don't even hang stockings to dry by the fireplace anymore. No. That used to be there used to be a reason the stockings were on the fireplace.
Yeah.
We have lost our meaning.
We have lost it. Well, I don't know. Maybe people are going to start trying to find it. Like you said earlier, people are going to maybe repurpose this because it's not just you and I. We've talked to several people that are feeling this way. Blah, blah, blah about Christmas.
Grinch.
Yeah, Grinch. And I'm glad I'm not alone.
Well, as we were talking earlier about, how things have changed since the 1950s Christmas, which is what we're still trying to emulate, and how people used to be so much more about community, and how our generation seems to really be facing some of the darkness that they avoided in the 50s. And we're not as social because of it, maybe not able to do the superficial as well, maybe going no contact with our parents, maybe doing these different things, right, that indicate we're kind of in our hermit stage, we're doing some soul searching. Well, I think that we might, down there in the depths and the darkness, in our journey with Hades into the underworld, that our generation is going through, we might retrieve some of the meaning and bring it back, or new traditions and bring it back.
I think so. Yeah, you can't go down that deep and not find some meaning again.
It's what happens when you have symbols without meaning, when you have religion and stories without understanding the mythology, the the real depth and value that comes out of those stories. You know, we're just like literally interpreting everything in the Bible rather than looking for what was the storyteller actually trying
to tell
teach
you.
us. Yeah,
and finding meaning behind the words.
Yeah.
Plus, words have changed so much over.
It's so true.
So, like a word, even for example, I guess the only one that comes to my head right now is whore.
That's a good one.
It meant something very different 1,000 years
You're
ago.
like, don't say whore, don't say whore, don't say. Okay, we're gonna say.
I can't get it out of my head. There it is. That's it.
That's the only word.
Okay, how about the word Mary? Mary actually means priestess, which I found pretty fascinating because of, Mother Mary and then Mary Magdalene and then all these other women with the name Mary and then another name. I'm like, it actually just meant priestess.
Well, no, but I want to know about whore.
I don't remember the meaning of whore. I'm going to have to look that one up.
But it has changed.
It has changed.
That is your homework assignment, Freewoman. You go look that word up and find out what it actually used to mean. It'll mean more to you anyway if you do it yourself. We actually know. We're just not telling you because we care about you.
We want you to go find out yourself. I know. What came in my head?
I'm sure some listener is yelling at the radio right now.
I'm like, I don't know. I can't remember. It doesn't. I'm like, well, we can't think of any other words. So
no, I know that's true, but I also can't remember off the top of my head right now the roots of it. But yeah.
Well, words just had such a different meaning, and a lot of the words from the Bible, I think, was it in Greek first? Written in Greek?
I don't know what the Bible was initially written in. I don't think it was. Well, it wasn't in Greek because it was the Jews, so it was written in their sacred language, Hebrew.
So it's Hebrew.
Oh my God, menopausal woman.
I know. This is what it's like when we're trying to talk and remember. Liam last night told me, it was Sophia, my daughter. She's like, you can't keep using the menopause brain as an excuse, Mom.
We're going to use it. And then it's going to transition to dementia brain. And everyone is just going to have to accept it, that is what's happening.
This is it, honey. I'm not even making this up. I really cannot think right now.
Well, now I know why middle-aged women used to tell me, just you wait. Just you wait, because now I feel it too. I'm like, well, just you wait.
Yeah.
Little 13-year-old, your brain will betray you too.
Yeah, it's pretty awful.
But anyway,
back to what we were saying. Well, what I'm trying to get to is like the translation, I think, was difficult to find the words of.
Was it? Or did they just manipulate things?
Probably both. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's pretty well known that the Bible is one of the most heavily edited books.
But look at
it is. It's gone through so many changes.
Well, look at how different people use this. Like, I was watching Romeo and Juliet with my daughter's weekend, and the words they use. Like, it was almost watching a foreign movie or like
just
a foreign
in how
language.
much language has changed.
Yeah, so like words have just changed so much. So I just feel like we have lost so much.
Even just 1800s English, right? Just reading receipts and journal entries from the 1800s, from the Civil War time period. It's like, well, that's almost a different language.
It is almost a different language. I don't know. Why did we start talking about language?
Well, we were talking about how we have all of these traditions, all of these symbols in our culture, but not just in our culture, in our spirituality. I mean, it's all mixed together. They go together. Traditions, rituals, symbols. It's all part of our spirituality. But we have lost the meaning of them. We
have the words, but we don't have the meaning. The meaning. I feel like nothing has depth now.
Nothing has meaning anymore. It's all just like that superficial for show. You do the tree because that's what you do. People don't really think about it too much.
This is what it feels like to me. It just feels like these top business people, end of Christmas, and then they're talking, how can we make the money for next year's Christmas? What's the next big thing we can create and sell to people to buy? Like shows, music,
late stage
merchandise.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
We have, because of our capitalistic society, we have naturally moved in this direction of worshiping money and the acquisition of money and the appearance of money. And so our traditions, our symbols are centered around that. It's centered around the appearance of money, of being successful, of having status, rather than having true meaning, which is why we're all so miserable. You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh, I just love the way you say things. So, bravo. Yeah, so if you're feeling this way, you are not alone. Actually,
not your fault. You are a victim.
Yeah, it is not your fault. Maybe you're on the verge of, of growth, of changing things, of finding some depth and meaning in this holiday. And this time of year.
You're just being asked to allow some depth in. Rituals often involved a sacrifice. A sacrifice symbolized allowing something to leave so that you can get the something that you are wanting.
Oh, well, I have done a lot of that, and I am waiting for the wanting to come.
This part of spirituality has been lost because we are in a capitalistic society where we consume. And
you kind of just go get what you want.
Hoard. And so the idea of releasing, the idea of sacrificing, the idea of allowing a death and letting go of something you have obtained has been lost. But if you're feeling stuck, that's probably what you're needing.
Yeah, what are you ready to let go of?
You are needing a sacrifice. There's this beautiful red everywhere right now to remind you.
Blood.
Just let the blood flow.
Yeah. Well, blood sacrifices are not really a thing anymore, so maybe why?
It was a symbol anyway.
Yeah, it was just symbolism.
Unless that native tribe was sick or that society was sick, the blood sacrifice was meant to symbolize a sacrifice.
Letting go of something to allow something
allowing
to come in. What it is that you want to
energy to come in, right?
Oh, well, I'm ready to let go of a few things this year. And hopefully...
Well, sometimes I'm like, are we letting go of too much? Because I just am so tired of it all. I'm like, and not this too, and that too, and this too.
I reject everything.
I'm like, whoa, our address book is good. Our Christmas card list this is kind of sad. Should I feel bad about myself in this society where we accumulate friends and having more friends makes you look and feel better about yourself? Maybe we need to sacrifice a few. Maybe. I mean, don't kill your friends, but you know what I mean.
No, just walk away. Symbolism. Walk away. Let them go. If it makes you feel weighed down or heavy, you don't have to be around it or them. And then
just call in your Grinch.
Maybe you don't even have to try that hard. Maybe it just comes in really easy.
Well, the purpose of deities and stories and myths, like they did in the olden times in tradition, was to call in those energies to help you in your life. So maybe, make a little altar to the Grinch.
Yeah.
And be like, what do we need to Grinchify this year?
The old year is gone. The old sun, the old harvest, it's all over. What are we ready to let go of to bring in this new abundant year?
Yeah. Where have you been trying to tuck your green fur underneath some kind of pretty Christmas outfit? And maybe you just need to let that pot belly hang out and just say no.
It does feel good to say no.
Yeah.
I've really been enjoying it, but now I really have very little circle. Yeah. My circle's very small. But you know what? I'm really happy. As much of a Grinch heart I have right now, I'm pretty happy and at peace. It just feels easy. It feels a lot easier than it used to be. So
I'm just saying, let's analyze the meaning behind our symbols, the meaning behind our traditions. And if you're feeling heavy, you probably have symbols, traditions, things in your life that don't hold meaning, that aren't fulfilling you. And the Grinch is exactly the archetype that you need to call on to assess that situation, because he will let you know.
Oh, he'll let you know.
He'll eat his crunch on his glass bottle and be like, and spit into a spittoon or just on the floor and just be like, no.
Yeah, just channel that inner Grinch and say no, and just create a space that feels happy and peaceful for you.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, all the gifts are gone, and your circle is small, but you're holding hands and singing, da, 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 whatever it is they sing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
We're gonna have to listen to that song.
And your Grinch heart will just grow in your heart. And the true meaning of Christmas.
Oh, yeah. I actually experienced that. Last year was different, but the year before I did things very different. And I was like, wow, I really like Christmas. I was trying to find some of the old symbolism and traditions, and I just kept it pretty small, and it was just me and the kids, and it was probably one of my favorite Christmases I've had.
Yeah, I feel like I have been seeking a compromise between what society does and what I want to do.
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to kind of participate in what our society is doing, because the whole world is doing it. I know I don't want my kids to have to be like the weird kids who, like, we tell them Santa's not real from the time they're like 2.
It's a lie.
You know, yeah. And honestly, I do enjoy like those parts of those things. And so I'm trying to, I guess, find this balancing
Like happy
act.
balance?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of, okay, this is what society's all doing right now. How can we do it in a way that's fun for us, that I don't feel so Grinchified?
Yeah.
So Christmas cards was the one that was getting the blood sacrifice this year, where I was like, not you, don't like you, not you. You sent me a shitty card last year.
You're off the list.
So yeah, there was a lot on the chopping block this year there, and a lot of blood was shed.
Good. Well, are you feeling better now?
I am. I felt kind of like I always do. My people pleaser self was like, oh, I feel kind of bad. I don't want them to think I don't like them, even though I don't. But, you know, it hurts people's feelings, and, you know, we don't like to hurt people's feelings.
Oh, well, the people pleasing just has to stop. It's so fake too.
That's where the Grinch comes in handy. And I'm like, and that's where just getting so tired and so burned out is you just finally break.
Yeah.
You're just like, can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go to bed. Good night. Menopause for the win.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, going through menopause does really help.
That's why women get more bitchy, because we're just so tired of it.
We're just so tired.
And we don't have the energy to pretend anymore. And our brain can't do it anyway.
I know. Yeah, losing the brain has been really hard, but
The way you just said that.
it's been really,
It's
really sad and devastating. I was like, I don't know. I've been wanting to study and learn more, and I'm like, I don't even know if it's going to work. You going to be retaining it up there? Is it going to...
I know. What do they do for stroke patients? Maybe we could do the same thing.
Yeah, so, well, I hope that our video today or our podcast helped you in some way. If you listened to the whole thing,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. I hope that you're able to, you know, bring the Grinch back into Christmas a little bit. And Merry Grinchmas. But also use that energy to not go live in a cave on the mountain, but find the traditions that do bring you joy.
Yes.
Whatever those are. Who cares what other people say? This one's for you.
Yep. And, you know, I hope that you can find a community of people that are, you know, in the same maybe process or think like
That
you.
are not toxic and abusive.
They've tapped into their inner Grinch, and they're seeing the same thing about the holidays, and I hope you can find joy and peace this time of year.
A little bit of community. But you know what? If you haven't found those people yet, there is no shame in kicking up your feet,
Yeah.
having a nice cup of hot chocolate, and watching the Grinch alone.
It's pretty nice.
Because it's better to be alone than to be with toxic, awful people who
That-
make you feel small and
They don't appreciate you at
Yeah.
all.
shitty. So
Get rid of the toxic.
Merry Christmas, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
yeah.
think that's kind of what we're saying.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Or Happy Holidays, or, you know, whatever it is you want to do around this solstice time of year.
Yeah.
Happy solstice.
Happy solstice. Oh, I like that. That feels good. Happy solstice. Remember to like and subscribe.